Hi everyone, welcome to Here We Are, Brattleboro's community talk show. I'm Wendy O'Connell, and our guest today is Maeve Bald. Maeve is a dual enrollment senior at Brattleboro Union High School and also studied early childhood education at the Windham Regional Career Center, which is right next door to the high school. She's involved in so many things in the school and in the community, including the Brattleboro Area Youth Council, senior meetings, the Leadership Council, and a lot of youth activism. Maeve also does sports, soccer, Nordic skiing, and track, and in her spare time, well, we'll find out if she has any spare time. Hi, Maeve.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
You too.
And thanks for taking some time out of your busy day.
I would love to.
Yeah. So you're a senior this year, and you started off at Academy School in West Brattleboro. Do you still live in West Brat?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you went, is it K through 6 still?
It's K through 6, and then I journeyed off to BAMS, and then now at BUHS.
Yep. So you followed that trajectory. My daughter did the exact same thing. And your family has lived in West Brattleboro all these years. You've got a sibling, I think.
A younger sibling. Yeah, he also goes to BUHS, and he's in 10th grade.
In 10th grade. Oh, you're close in age.
We are.
Yes, that's great. Your parents, what do your parents do?
My dad and my mom both work in the community. My mom as an early interventionist, and my dad downtown.
Are either of your parents native Brattleborians?
No, unfortunately not.
That's okay, you are.
Yes,
That's great. And have you, through the course of these almost 12 years now, have you been pretty much with the same friends right along the way?
That's a really hard question. Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, we all grow, we change. I pursue different interests and career paths and things that I want to expand on in my learning experience, and that sometimes ventures away from others.
Sure.
But then I get to meet new people and have new friendships.
Yes, that's right. Were you always doing sports?
Yeah, we've always kind of been a sports family.
Oh, yeah?
Always like outside and, you know, enjoying the beauty of Brattleboro and Vermont.
I know, like today when it's snowing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're in at BUHS, and you've been there, this will be your 4th year.
Yeah.
And you're doing dual enrollment. So I think a lot of folks don't really understand exactly what that is. So if you could if you could explain that would be great.
So I'm probably not the best person to speak on behalf of dual enrollment, but as a student who's currently taking dual enrollment classes, it's a way for high schoolers to earn credits while in high school.
Yeah, college credits while they're in high school, yes. And this has been at the high school now for a while. I know that an old friend, Tom Yan, was one of the guys who got that in place. It's been something that I think a lot of people have taken advantage of at the high school.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you're accruing credits.
Yes.
That can go toward college.
Yeah. So we had a dual enrollment counselor. I'm not sure if she's still there, but she's like gone into the counseling department, and she's all over the place. Rhonda Weingartner, and she's like put the school on like the headlines for dual enrollment. So
really,
she's really good.
And
so
it's a success. It's a success rate that she's had with having kids doing both.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of other schools in Vermont have followed after us.
That's so great. So they're kind of a template for that.
Oh yeah. You mentioned before in your intro that I took early childhood education classes through the Career Center.
Yeah.
So the Career Center is actually the Windham Regional Career Center, and they offer all kinds of like pre-professional programs in a sense where you're getting college credit, taking college classes to pursue that as a career.
You came to what you wanted to study, or what your hopes were for the future at a pretty early age.
I did. So I'm one of those lucky people who kind of had an idea of what they wanted to do in their future going into high school. And I took the early childhood education course because I wanted to be a teacher in my future. And, I wanted to get out there, get into the fields, and be around kids, learn this experience, and then make sure this is like what I wanted to do going into college, so I didn't spend a bunch of money for nothing.
Well, that's a lot of foresight.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So this was something that you thought about for a while.
Yeah.
And you thought it through.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So I enrolled as a sophomore, which is earlier than most. Many people enroll as a junior, but many more as seniors. Because they're starting to think about that and their future's coming in sooner and sooner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I already knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I took the level 1, which is 2 college classes, and level 2 my junior year. So I finished the Windham Regional Career Center program for early childhood education. I could have continued on to CCV and done early college, but I chose to stay at the high school and take more classes.
Yeah, and it's different with credits as well,
Yes.
right? Trying to balance those two things.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Applying to colleges, I had to send not only my high school transcript, but 3 other transcripts from all the credits that I've gotten.
Wow, that's a lot of paperwork,
Yeah.
right?
But I mean, it really made it all worth it because I absolutely loved my teacher, Miss Freeman, and I don't know, she just made everything so fun, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who went through there.
Don't you think that teachers are so key
Oh, absolutely.
to subjects? Yeah. Were there other things that you took in high school that it was the teacher that really made it come alive for you?
No, not really. Just Miss Freeman.
Well, it's interesting because that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
Right?
so it was perfect.
Yeah, yeah. And was there anything in particular that led you to that?
So my mom is sort of a teacher in a sense, and my grandmother was a first grade teacher, kindergarten teacher, preschool teacher at one point. So I've kind of just grown up around education. It's like one of my core values is having a strong, high quality education. And I just wanted to give back to the community in that sense.
Yeah.
And like, you know, everyone would love to change the world. Everyone would love to be like the next biggest thing, the biggest inventor, a CEO. But like my little way is like, if I can teach these kids like foundational values, then they're going to be the ones that are going to go on and change the world.
Yes.
It's not going to be just me.
Yeah. Do you spend any time with kids?
Oh, absolutely.
Like babysitting and, yeah?
Well, right now I'm babysitting a couple of families. But while I was in the Career Center, I did an internship each year.
Oh.
So my first year as a sophomore, I was in academy school in the kindergarten classroom. And so I got to go back to academy and see like how it had changed. And it was really like, it was a full circle experience. I really loved it.
Very full circle. And it's interesting, you know, I'm just thinking of, you know, when you're at academy as a kindergartner, you're little. And so going back as a senior, you're really tall, right? And the whole spatial thing is very different in classrooms.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you must really enjoy kids.
I love kids.
Yeah.
They're just like bundles of joy. It's great. That's truly fun.
That's great. Did you come up against things, Maeve, you know, that you had to find ways to work through with dealing with kids, being with kids?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of like misunderstanding around them, and it's really important to like look at the full picture, to look at what they're doing at home, who they're with in school, and like take everything into account.
Yeah.
And a lot of these things show up later on in adulthood. So that's like one of my most favorite parts of taking that class, is because like I found out so much about me and like my learning style, the way I function, how I like things done. And then I could like care for myself so that I could then care for these younger kids.
You're talking about getting the whole picture, and you know, if you know a little bit of where the child is coming from, what the family situation is, if they're arriving at school hungry, or if they're acting out in certain ways, so you're learning skills in how to move into that part of their lives and to be helpful.
And I just want to help them grow into who they truly are. Yeah. I don't want to change anything. I just want to help them grow.
Yes, and that has to do also with the activities that they're drawn to, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it was mostly kindergarten kids that you...
So yeah, I mentioned my sophomore year I was in a kindergarten class at Academy, and then my junior year I went to a Head Start preschool program, and I got a younger, different experience.
Yes. Well, I think it's great, to have people your age going into the schools, because kids are going to relate to you in a different way than they would to a teacher, for one thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get a real relationship.
Absolutely. And a lot of times, like, it was in a sense almost foreshadowing, because they were like, man, that could be me when I grow up.
Yeah.
Like, I could come back.
Yes. You are a role model, actually, is a way of putting it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a sense.
It's interesting. I think Academy is, my recollection is that was part of Academy when my daughter was there, which was back in the last century. But I think that they had either kids from the high school or maybe even sixth graders going into the younger classrooms.
So when I was in sixth grade, unfortunately, it was cut short because that was COVID. But in fifth grade, too, we had a system of like big kid, little kid buddies.
Yes, right.
Where you like paired up.
Yeah.
And we could do activities together and read together. And I loved that just as much.
Yeah. Let's mention COVID now that you've mentioned it. Yeah. So this was halfway through sixth grade?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your experience with that?
So, like many kids, when they learned that we wouldn't be going back to school, I was disappointed. Or maybe not like many kids. Maybe kids were happy. I'm not sure. But I finished out the year remote and then chose to do my seventh grade year, the following year, remote as well, along with my brother. And just like, I don't know why. It was like to be outside, to like try and protect and keep us healthy.
Yeah.
And that's actually how I discovered Nordic.
Oh, really?
I used to play basketball, and it wasn't really my thing. I kind of did it to be social. But I was like, I don't really want to be in a crowded gymnasium with all these people, so maybe I can just go outside and ski.
That's so great.
That's how I found that.
That's so good. Did your brother ski with you?
He didn't enjoy it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't pick up as...
Where did you go skiing?
So, I mean, I should clarify. I'm talking about Nordic skiing.
Right, yes.
We did a bunch of downhill skiing as well.
Oh, you did?
But, yeah, I joined the
Outing
Nordic team at the high school. The middle school, high school teams are, like, combined. And that's where I met the coaches that I have now.
David Johnson.
Absolutely.
Yes,
He's
great
my
guy.
favorite.
Great guy. They were neighbors of ours in West Brattleboro years ago. And so, yeah, discovering something like Nordic it's like freedom, isn't it? It's
Absolutely.
like when you learn how to ride a bike.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you can be on your... Did you do the area in where you lived, or did you like go to the outing club trails?
So I live pretty close to the outing club trails, so I would go there. I'm also fortunate enough to have lots of land behind my house, and our neighborhood has sort of like a trust with woods trails connecting
Nice.
to all different parts of Brattleboro. And so I was able to ski on those too, which was
That's
really
so
great.
The old retreat trails.
Yes.
Yeah. In terms of the COVID era, for lack of a better description, how was that for you socially?
I mean, it was more to me as like a way to like get closer to my family. I mean, obviously we live together, but we did so much together and learned so much from each other. And like, since I didn't have classmates, if I didn't know what to work on, like I had my brother who would help me and I would help him, and my parents would come and go and help. And so it was really a really nice way to bring us all together.
That's great.
We went on weekend hikes and adventures
Yeah.
to different parts of Vermont that we had never been to find new trails, to get outside and enjoy the wilderness. Yeah.
Well, this is a good positive pandemic experience.
Yeah.
Very wholesome and healthy. And getting through that, was it an adjustment to go back to school?
Yes.
Was it?
It certainly was. I would say, I guess I was in the minority of kids who chose to do their second year remote. Majority of the friends that I had leaving elementary school were in person. And then in BAMS, we split into 2 different teams. And so I really didn't know anybody on my team. So I had to make new friends, meet teachers that I had never met. And it was very strange in a sense because many of the kids had already had these teachers their 7th grade year, and I was just meeting them. So it was definitely an experience.
Yeah. And middle school is an adjustment no matter what, right?
Absolutely.
With all of it, because it's the union school, and so it's like coming from 4 or 5 different, at least, different schools in the area.
Yeah, so I mean, coming from Academy, I think we had nearly 300 kids. Going into BAMS was a pretty similar amount. So I didn't feel like it was as different in a sense of like how many kids were there and the interactions. But we had different classes. We moved classroom to classroom. But for the kids who came from like Guilford, I have friends from Guilford and Putney, it was a huge jump. It was a lot of people, and it was a lot of different things thrown at them all at once.
Yes, different cultures too, because of the different schools. Yeah, and you've continued going with most of those kids through high school.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of your many activities, Maeve. The Leadership Council, the Youth Council. I'm going to have you jump in. One of those that you might want to talk about.
There's so many. I'm involved in a variety of different clubs and membership and all these different things. You know, I don't even know if I have free time anymore.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. I was wondering about your senior meetings, which I hadn't heard of before, when you talk about life after high school and the opportunities that are available. How does that work? So
the counseling department and the administration at the high school kind of gets together, and we have class meetings going throughout high school. The senior meetings being way more prominent and way more frequent because of the fact that we're leaving school, we're like going into different paths and all that. But a lot of it, so far, it's pretty baseline. It's like getting your caps and gowns, but we also make sure that every student has a plan after high school, not necessarily that it's college. Maybe they're going into a technical trade, maybe they're working a job, maybe they're going to community college, maybe they're doing an internship somewhere where they can get credit to elevate their education.
It seems like there are many more alternatives.
Oh, absolutely.
After high school. Yeah, are you finding more and more kids are doing things like trade schools or doing a hybrid sort of CCV and internships or jobs?
I have a couple of friends actually who are doing early college at CCV, so they're doing their senior year of high school at CCV, and they are absolutely loving it.
Really?
And I love that for them too.
And so that also changes the social dynamic at the high school,
Absolutely.
Right? Also, Maeve, you're involved in a school club, Youth to Youth. And what's that about?
So Ricky Davidson is, I guess, the advisor for the club. But Youth to Youth is actually Youth to Youth International. And this is just the, Brattleboro High School branch. And it's all about kind of promoting awareness for substances and trying to create more and more towards a substance-free environment. So we provide information on that and support services, as well as do fun and engaging activities around the school that don't involve substances.
And are you identifying kids that need help with this?
That's not on students. That's more comes from administration and teachers. But we kind of make it out to everybody because we can never truly know who needs it. And whether it's for yourself or for a friend or for a family member, it can be very useful.
And is that a pretty active group? You do a lot of...
we try and do a lot around the community,
Yeah. Are you connected with Building a Positive Community, BAPC?
So BAPC is connected to the Youth Council and youth services in a sense. But that's more of leadership in the larger community of the Brattleboro area instead of just focusing on the school.
I see.
So kind of plays into one another,
Yeah,
but
there's
it's
a lot
pretty
of-
separate.
And are you involved in those as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be easier to find out what you're not involved in, Maeve.
We just recently hosted like a community conversations. It's like a World Cafe thing.
Oh,
That's
yes,
the word.
yes.
It was that style. And we had youth in the community and obviously the youth council members, as well as like teachers that were involved. A lot of the group from like Brattleboro 1 was involved. So that includes like firefighters, police officers, things with the hospital, food, groundworks, housing, all that, and select board and school board members all kind of merged. And we had a huge conversation about like what we can do to like benefit our community and the safety of our town.
Yes. And how was that? What was that experience like for you?
It was really nice to get a sense of like everybody's opinion and like kind of loop it into coming up with a solution, so we could hear a lot of different perspectives on that, and that was really great.
And did you feel like that was something that would really benefit the community? Did you come up with plans at all, or was it just kind of talking about the issues that were involved?
I mean, I think that's kind of like our next step is to like come up with a plan, reach out to all these organizations and people.
Yeah.
We also like that when we hosted the community conversation, we gathered a lot of resources. The people that were there were like, oh yeah, I use this. This might be helpful. And so it was a lot of like gathering resources, hearing perspectives.
That's great.
And now we're going to move into like, what can we do? How can we make it safe? How can we make it welcoming in Brattleboro? And how can we have people stay here and have like a life and maybe not a life, like not like that, but like a family and jobs and all that in the community and live here.
To bring together basically all the major players, right? And all of these people who have so many skills, including all of the people from the high school as well coming. And I think that your input is invaluable, people your age. Did you find people really listening and taking it in?
I think a lot of them had already been in contact with each other, but to get the experience of like the youth that live in Brattleboro,
Right.
Not necessarily, like we also had people on the outskirts of Brattleboro, but like the people who maybe are afraid to walk to school and take the bus for 2 blocks.
Yeah.
We heard from those kind of people, the people who have apartments downtown. And it was really, really intriguing and really interesting. And a lot of things were brought up that I would never have thought of.
Yeah, so
I learned a lot.
I'll bet, and I think any of us who would have been there would have learned a lot because you're hearing different people's voices. Did that shift your experience of Brattleboro or your feelings about Brattleboro as a town?
I mean, I think everywhere you go, like the hope is to leave it better than you came into it. And I kind of feel that way about Brattleboro too. In a sense, I'm leaving and going off to college in the fall. Yeah. So I want to make it a better place for everyone living here and people growing up here in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you experience the miniatures?
The
holiday miniatures.
I really want to go, but I hear it's up for all of December, so
yes.
I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it's things like that like make Brattleboro, like the farmers market and all those like little things that like you're like, oh wow, that's very Brattleboro.
And I think there's so much more going on now than there ever has been before. Yeah. It's kind of remarkable.
And Gallery Walk too.
Yes,
like
absolutely. Gallery Walk in the summer or in the warm months is wild, right?
Yeah, it's just like you get to see everybody.
Yeah. Have you been going since middle school, since after COVID?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's really great for younger people.
It's definitely like
kind
a huge social thing.
Exactly. You have the run of the place, right? It's really fabulous. Youth activism. I know that you have been active in various ways. Can you talk about some of the things that you've done, or the things that you've been involved with, but the things that you care about?
So I guess the best way to start was where we left off, youth council. That's kind of how I got this all started. That was the first kind of group that I had joined at the beginning of middle school.
Yeah.
And that led me to so many other opportunities. I'm also part of the student advisory committee, and we kind of meet to discuss what's going on in our school and like what we can do about it, as well as like at a state level and the school board. And we also have 2 school board members that are part of that group too, as well as our student reps.
Yeah.
That will go to those meetings and bring our ideas forward.
You know, I would think that all of these things that you're talking about, you are interfacing with so many different ages and so many different parts of the community. I would think that would be really empowering.
I mean, I wish, but you can't always get things done on the first try. So it's a very long, it's like playing the long game.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I leave and I'm like, even if we just took a little bit of that, maybe next time we'll get a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling that if you sat in on, any town select board, a lot of people would feel the same way. You know, it's really hard to come into agreement or to find a way forward. And when it happens, it's wonderful. But, the other part of it is that there are people who care enough to keep working it.
Exactly. And caring, going off of that, I'm very, very passionate about education. And so that's led me to attend like conferences, write letters to the decision makers in this community and in the state and in the country about what's happening with these younger kids, especially our early childhood kids, which is like ages birth to 5 or before they go into kindergarten, especially, and all that's being changed. And I want to advocate for the kids that I can and that I interact with, and for everyone. I mean, like, even if you don't think you're going to be a teacher, even if you're going to be a parent, or if you're going to have a neighbor that's a kid, a sibling or a cousin, these things are going to help you in the future, and you're going to know a kid at some point. It's inevitable.
That's right. And all of that strengthens our community.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, and makes our community what it is. One thing I wanted to mention is you were in the local history project with Joe Rivers.
I was, yes.
That was such a cool, it's still going on, right? Can you describe that for folks?
So mine was a little different because I was online. He was also one of the teachers that was online with me.
This is COVID.
But yes, this is COVID. Yes, I should have said that first. But we recorded the podcasts through the computer, which is very different than through a microphone to the radio.
Right.
But one of the big projects that a few of us worked on, excuse me, was the Chestnut Hill Reservoir.
Chestnut Hill Reservoir?
Yes, the Chestnut Hill Reservoir. We got a sign put up there about the historical significance of it and what an impact it was for our community.
That's so great, because so many people go up there and they say, what the heck is going on with this?
Yeah.
That's great that you did that. Did you enjoy that project?
That was really fun, actually.
It sounded like fun.
Yeah.
I've heard some of the podcasts, and they're fabulous. They are so much fun to listen to. And you learn so much in a very short period of time. Because he has you go out and do research and then come back and do the podcast, right?
In a sense, yes, but that wasn't part of my experience because it was during COVID.
Yeah.
You couldn't really go out and do research.
Yeah.
There was some email exchange, but it just wasn't the same.
No, I know.
We did learn a lot, though. That never changed.
Yeah, and that's the thing, the more you learn about your own community, the more of a difference it makes, You have a connection. Do you envision anything in particular? I know early childhood education, but do you see yourself in the classroom, or do you see yourself making policy, or any or all of those things?
Any or all of those things,
Yeah.
I guess, would be the right answer for that.
Yeah.
I'm up to experimentation. Like, I want to help in whatever way I can, and maybe it's multiple of those things. Maybe I am a lead teacher in a classroom as well as being on a board or some way that I can like speak up for these kids. Because in a sense, they're so young, they don't really know what's going on, and someone has to speak for them.
Yeah. So Maeve, we've talked about all these things that you do. What do you do in your spare time?
Besides homework, I like to read. I really like reading. I don't get to do as much of it as I would love to.
Yeah.
I have a pretty packed day every single day.
You do. And actually, that too, like Nordic skiing, is something you do in your, quote, spare time.
Absolutely.
As well.
Sports take up a lot of time too.
Yeah. That's great. Yes. Maeve, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, it was excellent to talk to you.
It was lots of fun.
Good. We really like to hear younger voices, and what you guys are up to and the things that you care about. So thanks for being on the show.
Absolutely.
Thanks to all of you for being with us today and listening to Maeve and the stories that she has to tell and all the things that she's involved with that are things that we are all tangentially involved with as well, being part of this community. And it's just really heartening to hear that she is so involved and cares so much about Brattleboro as we do who live here, and we're seeing changes and we're seeing great things happening. So thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.